Oh shit!
Oh, there we go. Hello, Dave.
I
Right,
thought
so
the
how
podcast
do
should just be everything going wrong and then uploading it anyway.
Hello, welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Dive Lost Mind.
And by everyone, I mean literally every one person. So,
Every one of you is welcome.
a single
not
person
discriminate.
that's listening.
Yeah. Hey, you. No, we're talking about meme magic and how it's related to program, advertising, PR, and psychology.
All right, George.
Yes.
So where do we start?
I don't know. Where do we start?
Meme magic.
Well,
Right at the
what's your
start.
favorite meme? Let's just start with that. What's your favorite meme?
I don't have a favorite meme. I grew up with memes. There's a bit too many to name.
Yeah, let's throw it back. What's your favorite meme from back in the day? You know what I mean when I say back.
It's like asking what your favorite song is. Like, can't really answer that.
Well, okay, I'm gonna answer for you. I think your favorite is the cursed images meme.
That's not true. That's not
No?
true.
Okay.
On the Curse Reddit subreddit this morning, and I was like, oh, I hate this.
Okay, but you kind of hate what it's become, and you can only really hate it if you once.
It's just a bit too disturbing.
I see. Yeah, sometimes it gets me.
Yeah. I think they've confused cursed for just being like creepy. And,
Cursed, well,
disgusting.
this is the thing about it, right? Cursed images. What makes an image cursed, and where did it come from? You know, I think if you know Wang, he did a great video about cursed images, and the actual Reddit, I think, as well. Wang, Justin Wang, great channel.
Oh, okay.
Great channel. And he basically explains that, you know, yeah, people sort of became like the gatekeepers of what is actually cursed image. And I feel like it's a bit pointless. You know, I feel like if a meme dies, just kind of should let it die. But people have believed, oh no, it's been resurrected now. You know, it's been resurrected. You're gonna have to excuse me while I take a bite of toast.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoying that.
Mm-hmm. And if you guys like, just remember to comment. Maybe we'll become a mukbang channel.
Yes, yeah, maybe. With no recording at all. Just ASMR mukbang.
Yeah, maybe we won't even record the eating. We'll just upload a blank video.
Yeah, just literally just a sound clip.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I hope I just hope this egg is cooked properly, you know? Oh dear. Have I gone? Am I still here?
Shade.
This is all going wrong.
No, everything's going right.
Okay. I made a mistake in the first 10 seconds. I said program. I meant programming.
Yeah.
So when talking about meme magic and programming, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? What came first, the idea or the people enacting the idea?
Well, they kind of go hand in hand. Like meme magic programs people. I don't really know how it works. It's a bit of a phenom. Like
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
For those of you listening, we're not going to pretend we know everything. We're trying to figure it out.
All right.
Me and Morgan.
When someone says meme magic, the first thing I think of is that post on 4chan where it was on /poll, and it was someone someone said Trump will win, and it got like 5.
Oh yeah, it was like
sevens
just sevens. Yeah, just sevens
on the post number, and it just had about 5,000.
Had a million replies. Oh god,
it was just.
It is almost enough evidence.
Yeah,
the thing is, most people don't even know how a 4chan post works.
Yeah, I think it was 7 sevens as well. So that's quite impressive.
Pretty magical number.
Pretty magical number. Yeah, but that's what comes to mind, really.
There's a question for you, you know, about the meme magic. Like, who are the, you know, weird anonymous people who know where the trips are? And how? How do they know that? Is it something to do with AIs? Do they have bots that
I guess.
post? The guess?
You just time. Yeah, you just time it. Like you refresh the page, look what
Sad.
number it's on, and you post like when you think it's going to be like at the right moment. You're going to get the numbers.
Yeah, but I mean, I just don't see how you could tell,
The
really.
science of image boards. It's like an equation. You just kind of guess.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm so sure someone who's very, let's call them intelligent, would have some kind of machine to figure out when's the best moment to press enter and post
It
a
could be
reply.
AIs. Could be. Yeah. But
when you see a post saying, "Oh, this post will get quads," and it does.
I think it's more of a guess. I think you just measure like the average amount of posts per minute, and then you time it.
Yeah,
But could go either
yeah,
way.
I guess.
Both.
I guess, but when you're dealing with single digits, there's always a single digit at the end, and if you're off by a fucking nanosecond, you could probably.
Yeah.
So I don't
Absolutely
know.
BTFO'd.
But yeah, anyway,
let's not discuss that.
let's not discuss the workings of. Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe they are magicians of the memes. Maybe, and just maybe. A lot of people have been saying the same thing, that 4chan is a CIA, a psyop.
Yeah.
That is, the people on 4chan are being programmed to be the way they are. So maybe, all these.
I think that's very likely. I've heard a lot of things about shills on 4chan, like advertising products or political agendas.
Yeah, you see a lot of bots, but maybe these, like, super big Trump fans or super big Bernie fans or whatever.
Yeah, I feel
maybe
like
they're all
half the posts on that site are probably automated by bots or something of the sort.
Or shills, bots or shills, or maybe it's none of them. Maybe it's just fucking CIA agents who've had a really unlucky, thing, and their boss demoted them to
they've been
4chan
given
duty.
4chan duty.
What a absolutely shit dank memes.
Oh god. No, I do think something's off.
And I mean, here's another piece of meme magic. Everyone's seen the one where there's a guy sitting on a toilet and he's having a shit and he's reading something and it says like 4chan above his head, and then there's a guy underneath that toilet consuming the shit and it says Reddit above his head, and then there's a guy underneath his toilet consuming that
one.
Shit. It's Tumblr. I think we've all seen that one. And it's just unbelievably true. And maybe they
Facebook and Instagram at the bottom, like eating.
Facebook and Instagram are sucking up with a straw in a puddle. I think I was thinking, maybe they know how influential 4chan is through these proxies of social media.
Yeah.
And maybe they decided to co-opt it.
Yeah, it's like a trickle-down economy. It's just 4chan starts everything. It just trickles
down. I mean, I don't believe that 4chan. I don't believe that 4chan should be held in some kind of mystical high regard, but they do sometimes create things that are useful.
Yeah, definitely.
Where come from?
Like it kind of seeps into culture without you noticing.
Yeah. And you think, I couldn't have come from Reddit. It's too hard hitting, too culturally relevant. Reddit's about things that are like 5 years old or nostalgic. Like
no, it's quite surreal when you see it like happen in real life. Like you see something like change. Like I saw a post on 4chan, like I saw a meme or a fad start there years ago. And I hear my dad reference it like 2.5 years later. And I'm like, where did you hear about this?
Yeah.
My mate sent it to me on WhatsApp or something.
It's like the Slenderman movie. A movie that came out about 6 or 7 years too late.
Oh yeah, Slenderman. What happened to that?
Well, the movie came out, and I don't think it was ever actually marketed properly, so I don't think people really went to see it. But I've seen reviews of it. I never watched the movie, but I've seen reviews. People say it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I didn't even know until you just mentioned it now that there was a movie.
Oh well, there you go. I mean, it's exactly. It's like it was like a really big meme. Everyone knows who Slenderman is, but it was released like 5 years after all the hype had kind of died
Yeah.
down.
I only remember the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Let's Played, even though it had
Do you-
like 2 minutes of content.
yeah, it was a pretty boring game when you think. But, like,
There's
it's
nothing in
pretty
it.
fun. Yeah, it's pretty fun when
Yeah.
you're young, and it's terrifying. It is. But you know, I remember Slenderman before the game, and me and certain friends would, like, you know, read the creepypastas late at night and think,
Oh, right.
"Ooh, this Slenderman's coming for us." Ooh, you know.
Oh man, creepypasta.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess you know, I think maybe it's to do with some kind of programming. You know, whenever they make these big Hollywood movies, I'm sure. Actually, I would say big, but it's a low budget Hollywood production. Probably not even Hollywood. Probably
Yeah.
some flyover state has a little
Some budget Bollywood.
studio.
Like,
But anyways, when it comes to the program, maybe it's to do with you know, being out in the woods. Maybe they don't want you to go out in the woods because things like skinwalkers and goat men actually exist. Who knows?
could be. I doubt it though. I'm not much of a skeptic when it comes to that.
You're not much of a skeptic, or you are a bit of
No.
a skeptic.
Oh, I'm not much. Just because like I don't really believe in the supernatural in terms of like monsters and just creepypastas coming to life and stuff.
Yeah, okay, I
But it
guess
never
no, but
affected me.
it's like another sort of part of meme magic, isn't it? Really, like, you know, could some kind of creepy pasta thing come to life if enough people believe in it? You know.
Now
But
that
then
is
there was the case
that's
with
an
those
idea.
girls, those girls who stabbed their friend, didn't they? Because they thought
When did
Slenderman
that
told
happen?
them to.
Wait, what?
It was a few years ago.
Update
You
me on
know, there were these girls, 3 of them. They were quite young,
right.
and one of them got stabbed because the other one convinced the other one that Slenderman had told them to do it, and I don't know. They were,
That
you
sounds like
know,
some Binding of Isaac shit.
some binding of yeah.
Yes. That's
They
quite crazy.
they lured her out to the woods and stabbed her.
Oh
But
my
I
god.
think she survived. I can't remember. I think she survived though.
Yeah,
Um,
hopefully.
yeah,
Jesus.
just a bit weird when, you know, it's like kids doing it.
Well, it's kids that kind of like determine culture in a way. Like it's kids that like kind of led YouTube culture, which made Slenderman famous, made YouTube gaming famous, made Let's
I
Plays
mean,
famous.
yeah,
Kids that like controlled everything really.
it's the audience. They're the
And we were the
audience.
kids at the time.
That's why everything's so infantilized now. Like even the biggest movies, like they're even safe for kids. You know,
Boss Baby.
Boss fucking Baby. You know, that's I look at Boss Baby. I think fucking every Marvel film. It's the same. You know, it's like it's
uh,
just made for kids. In
every
my
Marvel film isn't the same. I don't think so.
But they're all made for kids, at least in my opinion.
I know.
Not for kids, but made with kids in mind. Like the kids have to enjoy this too, and that's how it feels. It's like, why are we sharing everything with kids? Like, why are kids the biggest audience? And it's just because, yeah, they are the biggest audience. They make loads of money. They're gonna
Yeah.
cry and cry if they don't get what they want. So the parents are eventually
It's the
gonna
best
give in.
marketing technique. Yeah, market to children because you get the
Exactly.
parents' money and the children's money. That's why like
Exactly.
half the world products are for children. It's so
Yep.
mad.
Or women. That's because, and that's not even a. I'm not even okay. I'm just that came out wrong.
It always
Women
does. It
women
always
are
does.
about 80% of the buying force, you know. So it's
Oh yeah, I've heard
maybe
that.
I'm pulling that statistic out my ass, but
I have heard that
they
statistic
make up
before though. I've heard it before.
most of the people who
The
purchase.
consumer
But maybe it's
force.
because, you know, in the nuclear families, they've got the time to go shopping whilst the husband is out working. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, it could be.
But
Yeah.
it's funny how we did link to advertising. So yeah, I mean, advertising is a funny one.
Oh, yeah, advertising. Yeah.
People don't realize how they get into your brain.
It's not even that they get into your brain.
Well,
They
they
listen
do.
to. I
They listen to you, exactly, and they
think
leave
I don't
things in
like
your
about.
brain. They leave
They
things in your brain
your
without you
brain.
realizing. And then 2 months later, you're like, really, really thirsty. Like, would hydrate me. Oh, that juice would hydrate me because they you don't even really remember them saying, "Oh yeah, buy this juice, it hydrates you." You know,
Yeah,
that juice
planting
would
the
even though it
seeds.
doesn't hydrate you, it makes you feel thirstier because it's so sugary.
Yeah, planting the seeds. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Same with alcohol or any advertised product.
Mm.
Not that like they advertise something and you want it immediately. They advertise something, you brush it off, and then you think about it subconsciously 3 months later. So yeah, you're right
Yeah.
there.
When those conditions that
You don't
you've
even
been
realize it.
told it's good for, when those conditions arrive, like, oh, on a hot day, enjoy a cold brew. Oh, I'm with my friends. Oh, in a social situation. Oh, I want a Heineken. You know,
Yeah,
Heineken do not sponsor us, by the way. But
exactly.
you know,
Yeah, through association, like they put a bunch of good things in it as well, like friends and
mm,
relationships and sunshine and grass.
we're quite funny about it here, though. We don't like adverts being too.
Like
I don't
direct,
know. No,
too
no, no,
corny.
no. I mean, as in actual officials, they don't like the advertising. They're very strict about what you can show. For example, when I was in America, we were just watching some TV, watching some poker TV. This is going to be quite boring for maybe people listening, but there was this guy playing poker online, and there's the advert, and as it has like a little CGI thing on the tables next to him of
Yeah,
these chips like rising, and he's just getting loads and loads of chips, and then they start falling, but then they rise again, and he's got loads of chips, and Lucas, my friend who I was with, he just said to me, he said, you know, like we would not be able to show that in the UK because you're showing someone gaining money from gambling. When in the UK, they have to, after every gambling advert, they have to say, "When the fun stops, you must stop," and you
yeah,
can't
that's a
like,
good point. It's always like a cautionary kind of tale thing.
yeah. And it's like if you come here and have a look at our cigarette packs or anything like that,
Yeah,
you'll see like disfigured lungs and teeth, and you'll see like a child picking up a cigarette and it'll be like, smokers' families live less long, you know, stuff like that. It's just, you know,
yeah,
the thing is, you speak to someone who's done psychology, they'll say to you, you know, when you show these stressful things, like a child about to smoke a cigarette, or a person with disfigured lungs, or like, you know, messed up teeth, um, then, you know, people get stressed out and they go to what they find culturally, relaxing. This is the phrase that they go towards their
mm,
culture. This is the phrase I heard a psychologist student use, and she explained to me that, yeah, the more you see something like that, you're actually going to go and want to smoke or want to drink or gamble or whatever it is. So it has
reverse
the reverse
psychology.
effect. Yeah, it has the reverse effect, and it's
Right,
really strange.
that is weird. We're a very morbid country now that you mention it. We always show like the negative effects of everything. But yeah,
Yeah.
totally right there.
Sorry, I'm just waiting till the siren goes past. I don't know if you can hear it.
I can't hear it, but it's all right.
It's
Should
good.
be fine.
Unfortunately, I live in the ghetto, so.
Can you hear the dogs in the background? My recording.
Oh yeah, you could hear them a little bit, but
Yeah,
he's
they
chilled
bark
out now.
sometimes. They're not my dogs,
Yeah.
by the way. They're my neighbours. So
Yeah. Yeah.
just to warn everybody.
Yeah.
Uh,
No. Yeah.
yeah,
Let's get back on topic.
I've always found advertising quite like different, like in America to Britain. Obviously, you can talk about it more because you've been to America, but
Well, yeah. I
I've
mean,
always found like American adverts to be very direct and like very obvious, while British adverts might be more subtle, more like nuanced. Like if you
yeah, I agree.
kind of get what I mean.
I agree. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. Like, it's very, yeah. Like,
I feel like
hi,
American
you know,
ads talk
do you want
down
to
to
buy
you.
this? Like,
Yeah, they'll
yeah,
talk
yeah.
down
It's
to
like,
you.
hey, you want to buy this? Like, do you need this? And it's like, here we're like, 70% of people might need this in the near future, possibly.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
but and it's
Not all
even
down
like,
to earth.
you have a company like Marmite. I don't know if everyone listening knows what Marmite is, but most people know what Marmite is, and it's you either love it or you hate it, and that was actually how they marketed it, and it's like, and Americans come over here and they see that like, what the fuck is that all about? Like, nah, we just want people to love it. Nah, you know, you can't get sales because people hate it, and so they find that confusing. But I found it endearing, even though I hate the taste of Marmite. I'll never buy Marmite, you know. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I
you
would
know.
never. I don't like it either.
But that's not
But
what it's about.
tried it in 10 years, so
I respect them for that marketing. I respect them for that gimmick, and I think
yeah.
they've done even better to culturally inject their their product into the culture by saying, can people compare things to Marmite? People say Marmite is the thing that you either love or hate, and it's like, oh yeah, Trump, he's just like Marmite. You either love him or hate him. You know.
Wait, is that a thing?
Well, yeah, no, that's if you've never heard that phrase, it's just like Marmite. You either love it or hate it.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's a thing,
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah. The phrase became culture. Yeah,
extremely clever advertising.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
It's
because I
true.
do respect them for that ad as well. It's quite like it's nuanced. It's
It's
quite fun.
bold.
It kind of pokes fun at themselves, but it doesn't like self-deprecate too much. So it's quite a good
Yeah,
actually. I'm
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about it.
It's true. It's bold. It's a bold thing to do, and that kind of makes you respect them.
Yeah,
It's like when you watch a movie that has, a really long, drawn out scene when nothing happens, and you're expecting it to be a Hollywood movie, and you're like, okay, this actually gains some respect that they put this in the movie. Like I
yeah.
can't think of good examples right now, but you know,
Well, yeah.
there's, there's yeah, there's cheeky movies like Drive, which was advertised to look like some kind of Fast and Furious Ryan Gosling action movie,
And then it
like
wasn't.
sexy stuntman has to save the girl or something like that.
And then it was literally just like
But
End of
bizarre,
Evangelion.
yeah, bizarre,
So,
almost nonsensical at points, like bizarre art house film
yeah,
directed by some weird Danish guy. So yeah, I
yeah,
do like that
definitely.
film though.
I haven't watched it in a while, but need to give it a
Yeah,
rewatch.
yeah. If
I need to
it's the
rewatch a lot of
recommended.
movies actually.
Yeah, well, I mean, Drive. I don't know. Drive is one of those you can rewatch
Yeah,
times.
definitely. I just have a
Like,
habit of like watching a movie once when I'm young and never watching it again.
oh yeah, me
There's
too.
so many movies I used to love. I just need to like rewatch very soon.
Me too. What's
What
I've
better
been
time
trying to
with
get
infinite
around
streaming?
in yeah, well, yeah. I guess we could do some commentaries on movies or something like that. That would be fun
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
if people start liking us. I've been trying to get around to rewatching Fight Club because when you have a girlfriend who hasn't watched any of these culturally significant movies, you got to rewatch through all of them.
Yeah, that's your thing. You always update your girlfriends on culture,
Yeah, like for
movie culture.
example, we're watching Death Note at the moment.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, and yeah, no, I'm not going to spoil it, but we've gotten to the point where the two characters meet and start working together. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, it's like that's like within the first 10
It's
episodes.
I know it's like a 15-year-old anime, so
Yeah.
people should have seen it by now.
Read the
But
manga, guys. It's better.
sure, do whatever. I love the anime. I think the
No,
music
I'm
is
just kidding.
great. I think it's great. It's great show. It's so intense. There's not many shows like that. Maybe like the sort of later seasons of Breaking Bad have that kind of same intensity. But yeah, we're getting away from programming and advertising. I think
That's all
well,
right. That's
yeah,
what podcasts are all about.
yeah. But Death
Digress.
Note has some good like hidden. I don't want to say hidden messages, but like sort of cultural finger points in it.
It feels just very philosophical. It's like commentaries on having a god complex, commentary on
Yeah,
detective movies, detective
it's quite funny
establishment.
how it becomes because I'm watching it and it's like, yeah, it's less of a complex because he's actually so good at it that he really, really, it's not even a complex. He believes he's God and to the
Yeah,
he has, and even the other character says, if Kira has is if this is Kira, then his psyche must have achieved godlike level. And that line kind of made me laugh, but then I made me think about it. I was like, yeah, well, actually, I don't think a normal person would be able to get away with the shit that Yagami Laito does. I think it's,
yeah.
he must
I think
be some kind of.
I think the thing about the series is like he's kind of a psycho right at the beginning, but it tries to like subvert it a bit. Because think about it, within the first
Yeah.
chapter of the book, even he's already killed like 10 people, like immediately upon getting the book. And it's like
Yeah.
first sign, he's not the good guy. He's not going to turn out to be
Justified.
like, the hero in the end.
Yeah, I guess it's like an anti-hero, which everyone loves. If you love Breaking Bad, so
Yeah.
it's so
But
similar.
that's different because he doesn't kill everyone within the first episode. But like Yagami is literally a psycho from the beginning. They
No, but like
humanize him a bit.
over the course of the whole thing, when that's why I said it's more like Breaking Bad. When you get to the point and you're like, actually, this guy's killed hundreds of people, and it's not a cartoon, so you feel more of the
Yeah.
intent. And you see the deaths, some of them, and they're more personal. And when he's killing, it's like he doesn't have to even be near them. He just has to see their face and name, and he
Yeah,
can
no,
he
true.
can kill them however he wants. And I think it's more just about how clever he is with the leaving evidence behind and trailing them on, and how he can think like he's chasing himself. I think that's the whole point
Yeah.
of the cover. But there is the thing I liked about I watched 2 episodes last night, 3 episodes, and they were the ones to do with the tapes being sent to the. Sorry if you haven't seen it, by the way. You're gonna have to not listen to this bit, but the tapes. No, if you haven't seen it, fuck you. Like you should have seen it by now. It's really old. The tapes where he's like, it's Kira directing the TV stations what to do, and the TV's like, oh yeah, we're getting threatened to be killed. Like, yeah, who wouldn't air this? Ha ha ha! This is gonna get us ratings.
Yeah.
And it's just and then at the end of the episode, the chief of police just like busts in, and he points a gun at the TV producer's face, and do you not think you don't fucking deserve to die because of the way you're treating him like a god, and you're basically profiting off of Kira who's killing people, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I think they knew that like this was like the same thing about them profiting off the kind of the war machine, and maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but like it's just that mentality that they have in TV, in
Right.
entertainment
Yeah.
media, in advertising, and all those sorts of things. Sleazy, grubby, fat men who will say, "Oh yeah, we need to get this latest new feminist onto our TV show so we can get points with the ladies, and they can buy our products and they'll be more susceptible to our advertising." I'm sounding like Alex. That is kind of how they act. They're really, really disgusting.
Yeah, I think a lot of media tries to poke fun at that. It's a very common trope, though. I think. That, like,
But I feel like most
greasy
people
kind
are
of
completely
stereotype.
unaware. Most people are completely unaware, and they buy into everything. They buy into it and they say, "Oh no, like I know it's shit, but I just love it." You know? Like
Love
I know it's
Island.
terrible. Love Island is a good example. I know it's terrible, and I really really know it's stupid, and like but I just can't help it. It's just so entertaining, and it's like,
Yeah, that is the logic people use. My sister said the same thing. She's like, "Oh, I know." She calls it trash TV. She watches it anyway.
yeah, well, it's like you are easily entertained. Then it's not that it's just so bad it's good. Like there are things that are so bad they're good because how much they fail or something. But this is just take stupid people, make them say stupid things that are probably directed and sort of somewhat staged anyway. And stupid people will find it funny because it's
People
like
like it.
when you go to the cinema and you maybe this is when maybe right so maybe people listening when take you back to when you're 12 years old and you go to the cinema and you're already quite people consider you mature or something, and they say, oh, you're such a mature kid, and you're watching, I don't know, the new Ice Age movie, and
God.
you see one of the characters falls over and smacks their face and then makes a funny noise, and everyone laughs and you're just there not. You feel awkward and you feel left out. You feel left out.
Yeah, you're just like slapstick isn't funny. At least not
You're
in this
just like,
context.
this is for kids. I'm only 12 and I should be laughing, aren't I?" But then you realize it's nothing to do with being a child, and that there will be 20-year-olds, 40-year-olds who laugh at that joke, and people just don't grow up, and people are just not mentally mature these days. particularly amongst the masses. But there are, maybe like 20%
I get
of
what you're
us,
saying. I get what you're saying.
maybe
As
20%
well.
of this population. That's being really generous, though. 20% of the population that are either awake or can wake up. Actually, no, everyone can wake up, but it's difficult
I
with
don't
some.
know about that. The philosophical side of me says like, yeah, you should do something, but like the realistic side, the pragmatic side, just thinks it's not possible. Some people are just too deep in their own psychosis.
Yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
but maybe maybe they just need the right information in the right order and at the right times.
Not
It's,
even information, more like life experience, like spiritual
yeah,
experience, like being stranded on an island alone, like something like that, like a
something like that could
experience that
probably.
will change them to make them think and change their mindset.
But you think it's kind of gotten to a point now, and majority of people, if they were stranded on an island, they wouldn't be woken up and be forced to become, nature men or wild men and get all, get good basically,
Get all
learn how to.
lost.
Yeah, like they wouldn't. I don't think they'd teach themselves how to make a bow or try and start a fire. I think they'd just die.
They
I
just
think
give up.
just go and drown themselves in the sea. Like
Damn, dude, that's pessimistic. No, I don't think
that
it's
is
that.
pessimistic. I think it's just that it's not to do with that they don't have the capability to learn. I just think that they need someone to hold their hand.
Yeah,
And it's people are really against the idea of teaching yourself something. People need authority, and that's probably why everything is becoming so much more authoritarian, because people feel like they need an authority.
it's because of school. It's all because of school.
Well,
Like,
learned helplessness.
yeah, it's taught to you from a very young age. Schools were originally created to practice, to follow authority, like
Wasn't
to
it
teach that ability to follow your higher ups.
based on like the factory model
Yeah, and it translates into
initially?
work.
Yeah,
Translates.
it was based on like working in a factory. That's why you have the bell at the end of the
Yeah,
class.
they quite
To
literally train you. It's training,
I have to find the
conditioning.
source of that information.
Yeah, I'll link it because I found some good videos on it from Academy of
Yeah,
Ideas.
yeah. Well, I mean, things we're talking about aren't particularly original. Just
No,
we're just practicing here,
nothing's
basically.
original. Everything's regurgitated, just in different
Yeah,
formats.
well, I mean, yeah, it's true. I mean, an original thought, it's probably been thought somewhere. But let's not be too profound in
Save
one
it for the
session.
next one.
Save it for the next one, man. Yeah, let's chill out. Let's
Yes.
we'll talk about something a bit
So
more
let,
lighthearted.
let's ha- let's let's smooth into something relaxing to finish this off.
PR.
It's the advertising.
PR. No. PR is kind of different. PR is kind of like making your company look personable and approachable.
Damage
Like you've got
control. Sorry.
damage control. That's a
TC,
part
not
of it.
PR. Yeah.
Well, no, that's a part of PR. Is like they've if they've made a mistake, they get the damage control part of the PR team. But the PR is just like, hey guys, we're putting up a poll on Twitter. We would wonder if you'd give us your details, and we'll sign this poll, and tell us what you think that you'd like to see in the latest new, I don't know, Pepsi advert, or on our next can of Pepsi. How would you like it designed? Like, it's like, oh, interactive. I'm part of Pepsi now. The Pepsi's reaching out to me. I like those guys.
So,
I like. It's not just a product. It's the people in the company are really nice. I think that's what PR is all about.
don't use Pepsi as an example.
I only use Pepsi as an
I just
example
think of
because
spicy Pepsi.
they're desperate, and Pepsi
It's so
spicy
spicy. It's a
like a
spicy
hot
Pepsi, like a
lady.
hot lady.
No, but the funny thing about Pepsi is that I don't know if this was a hoax, and this is the thing about doing podcasts. You gotta be afraid, like if you say something that's untrue. But there was a thing about how they had sold Pepsi in return for tanks to some Iraqi rebels. I don't know, but some kind of rebels in the Middle East.
What? Wait, they
So
sold Pepsi for
no,
tanks.
the rebels themselves loved the Pepsi so much that they decided to trade tanks for Pepsi. But this
Oh
is
my
this is
god.
me going, this is probably a hoax made by some
Could
PR
be.
firm. Made by some PR firm to get people to go, wow, Pepsi's so crazy. Pepsi own tanks.
Pepsi saved
Whoa,
the world.
whoa, Pepsi. Well, Pepsi are helping the war effort because they're taking the tanks off of the bad guys.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. Or you can terrorists like Pepsi, or even rebels like Pepsi, or
Yeah, what
and
a stretch.
yeah, PR firms is how you get all this sort of shit, created. All these people talking about, basically, whenever you're talking about something like I just talked about, probably because a PR firm has created buzz. And that's what they're supposed to do. That's what they're good at doing. They just create buzz. And if you go and search up like how to make memes, it's all these PR people saying like, right, this is you want viral marketing. Basically, you clicked on this video because you want free advertising. You want to make a
But
meme.
really,
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
thing.
Basically,
They actually
no,
just
yeah,
say it,
that's
like in the videos. I haven't seen those.
no, man. People like it's people conspiracies. Like, oh yeah, yeah. I think that business people create memes. It's like, oh,
They
they've been
absolutely
doing
do.
that. They've been doing that
Yeah.
for so long. They've been doing it.
AirPods was definitely like a meme intentionally.
You cut out, but AirPods, yeah.
AirPods is perfectly timed as a meme, like in the winter as they were going on sale, like blowing them up to be the best things like ever made. Just
Yeah,
these memes are well timed and well timed for PR purposes,
yeah. I
and
mean,
people are
I think
catching on to it. So
that's how they do it. These PR companies, they make the buzz, and then they use it like a portfolio. Like, yeah, we're the guys who got the Backpack Kid famous, or something like that. I don't fucking know. And it's depressing, and it's ruining the internet for sure. But let's get off the topic of PR, because I feel like that's a really small one, and that's all they're
yeah,
really doing, is they're just
that's it
ruining
really.
memes. They're
Meme
using memes, and
links back to meme magic.
links to meme magic, because they get into your head, and then, like we said before, they put that little seed in where they make you feel like at some point you're going to want a Pepsi.
Yeah,
And so when
these
it
are all
gets to that
quite, yeah,
point,
they're linked.
yeah, when it
Unfortunately.
gets to that point where you feel really thirsty, and there's a shop, and you could buy a bottle of water, or you could have just brought water with you, but nah, you're gonna
Yeah.
get a Pepsi. You're gonna get an ice cold Pepsi. That's what I like.
I feel like the only
Anyway,
person who brings water with him.
no, I do it if I remember. I'm just bad at remembering. I'm like, shit. I
Yeah,
wish I brought a bottle of water with me.
that's
But
fine.
let's change from, because we're talking about Pepsi too much. So I feel like I'm giving them free advertising.
Let's talk about Coke. I know
Let's
people
talk
that buy
about
Coke every single day, and it pisses me off.
the poison of the masses, as this one very socialist guy I used to serve at a bar told me. He was a regular.
He's not
Oh,
wrong.
you're drinking Coca-Cola. That's the poison of the masses, son. Poison of the masses.
Great
He,
guy.
very Marxist guy. He was a great guy. He was quite a nice guy.
Yeah. I'm not that extreme, but I just don't really like. It's not like I don't like Coke. Coke's fine. It tastes okay. I prefer like sugar free, but
Uh,
I just
uh,
don't like the reliance on it. Like this links into psychology, but just
hmm.
when they think of drink, they associate it with Coke, like a cool carbonated beverage. Tastes like what does it taste like?
Yeah, it's non-alcoholic.
Tastes like
They
oak.
think
I don't know what what
it
flavor is
tastes.
Coke? Tastes
It's
like
sugar,
brown juice. Yeah,
just caramel juice.
yeah. But yeah, just the reliance on it. It's like, oh, I need a drink.
Just,
Oh, can I
would
get
you
a
say
Coke?
the neediness that people have for things like sugar or caffeine? The psychology of neediness. Is that a good link?
It's absolutely an addiction. It's absolutely an addiction. Like sugar's an addiction. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
everything for the sake of just
I
like
was
keeping
even
you up.
speaking to
Microwave
my
meals have
girlfriend.
sugar. Ketchup
This,
has sugar. Like everything.
yeah,
Abs-
most places you go, they'll cook their onions with restaurant.
Yeah, it's mad.
But yeah, what was I saying? What I was saying was that to do with addiction, it's funny. Like, um, even cheese can become addictive. And I was talking to my girlfriend, and we were just wondering why cheese gives you weird dreams. And I was like, why does cheese give you weird dreams? And she's a person to ask this, because she goes to university and she studies biomedical science or whatever.
Okay.
And and she said that there's the psychoactive compound in cheese or something like that. That the more the more you eat, the more likely it is you're going to have vivid dreams. And she said that psychoactive element is also really addictive subconsciously, and you can get really addicted to cheese. And that made me think I'm
That's
probably
really
addicted to
interesting.
cheese. Yeah, I think I'm addicted to cheese now. I'm a
That's
recovering cheese addict.
yeah, put that on your Instagram bio.
I don't have Instagram. Oh yeah, guys,
I know.
delete your Facebooks, delete your Instagrams.
Oh, but let's
Listen,
not go so
no,
extreme.
listen,
We need to
listen.
ease
Don't
them
make
into it. We need to ease them into it.
okay.
Just, but I was about to say, I've been having a lot of weird dreams recently. Like even
Oh
tonight,
yeah.
like, I just woke up recently,
Wasn't it you who told me
and
you
I've been
don't
having
have
cheese every
dreams?
day. Yeah, I did, but I wasn't having cheese then. But now I've been having cheese every
Mm.
day. I'm having a baby bell, and I keep getting dreams. A baby bell light, but still dreams.
Yeah, man. It's that sort of
And
cheese. It's the
that's
light cheese that you got to
and
be
my
careful.
and I just want to say, maybe this is too weird for a podcast, but like my
Go on.
dreams are like amalgamations of all the shows I've watched. So like there'll be characters from Evangelion, House MD, Community, uh Friends, like just all these weird different characters from different shows in my movies. I'm just like in my dreams.
Dreams.
What's just
Yeah,
what is
well, they
going
are
on?
kind of like movies. Like they are kind of like movies. Dreams,
Yeah, it's
the whole
mad.
point is to just sort of try and find some way to go over the information that you didn't really properly go over. I think, but the cheese, yeah, the cheese is a psychoactive, has a psychoactive element, and it makes you have these vivid dreams. And yeah, it's weird. I guess like people believe so many things about dreams. I don't know what is true. When it comes to dreams, like they seem so mysterious. Like, do you dream about something you're longing for or that you need? I don't think so.
Yeah, I
I
think
have I have dreams
it's just
about
going
things
over
I don't care
information.
about, things I don't people I don't wanna see, and people I find unsavory. They always pop up in my dreams. I often have dreams about people from my past,
Yeah.
and I, and it's like the other day, I had a dream about someone past, and then I tried to get his numbers, and so I just texted him today, and
Oh, nice.
now we're gonna meet up again, and yeah, maybe dreams dreams link into reality more than
I think they do. They have a
I
very
hope so.
like. This is what I think from what I've researched and what I like personal experience. You take like information from your past day or like memories from your past life, not past life, but just past like few years, and it kind of like goes over the information to process it properly, like you said earlier. But it also like goes over
Definitely.
unfinished information. Like if you there's like a mystery in your life and you haven't figured it out yet, like a friendship that ended and you didn't really know why, you'll just kind of keep thinking about it. Like it goes over the
Yeah.
missing information. It tries to figure it out by working through different
Or like
scenarios in your head.
a girl you never asked out,
Yeah, even that.
something like that. And
Yeah,
I keep
definitely.
getting fucking dreams about. I don't even want to say this in case they listen, but I keep getting dreams about. They keep they keep popping up in my dreams, and my girlfriend
Well,
doesn't like it. But I'm
you,
usually like
you
doing
cut out
something.
when it said the word.
Oh,
What
exes.
exit?
Get
Oh.
dreams about my exes. It's usually me like fucking booting them out of my house, or telling them to fuck off.
Be gone, fuck!
Well, I've had one where one makes out with my current girlfriend, and that
Ooh,
was a
yeah, that's a tough one.
yeah.
But yeah, I
But
think
yeah,
dreams they work through things that like you kind of want to see happen just for the sake of scenario. And yeah. Also, yeah, dreams work through problems in your life. That's something that's been researched. It helps you work through like an issue or a problem.
mm,
So say there's some
well,
kind of conflict going on in your life, like an argument, you'll think about that person or that argument specifically. Like,
there's a great episode of Futurama
yeah.
where he's having dreams, and it's funny. It's kind of related to what we were talking about. In his dreams, he gets an advertisement for some brand of underwear or something, and
See.
I just thought it was like eerie because that could be where it goes. I don't know how. I don't know. I'm not a neuroscientist. I don't know much about radio waves, but I know that it's probably possible to control some kind of thought. It's at some level. If not now.
Go on.
If not now, then at some point in the future,
definitely.
they could probably put adverts in our dreams or make our dreams.
That's probably what Inception was about. Programming.
I mean, yeah, but the thing
Sure.
is, they do it in a much more. They do program us, and people just don't realize it. People just think that they can watch their fucking TV programming and not be programmed. They think, oh yeah, sheep. I'm gonna look at these sheep. I'm gonna go and read the Guardian and watch the BBC and ingest my daily propaganda. You know, oh, what's happening? Oh, the war's happening. Good. I'm glad we're having war. God, what would we do without war and fear? Oh, I'm glad there's things. Oh, London's turning into a shithole with loads of knife crime. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm glad children are stabbing each other. Sorry, I don't want to get political. But yeah, it's scary still. Like even me, like, you know, I'm a white guy who looks like he's not going to cause any harm to anyone, but like someone could mistake me for some fucking gang member or something, and then he could just stab me or acid attack me, and I don't like that. You know, I don't like thinking that. You know, even they just, you know, the police should have more power.
It's troublesome.
Yeah, well, there was even a point where Theresa May said to the police, like, "Oh, you shouldn't chase young children with their mopeds because it's dangerous for them, especially if they're not wearing helmets. You shouldn't chase them."
I think something was passed recently where you can just knock them off their bikes.
Yeah, so they realized that was stupid, and so they reinstated that the way it used to be, and now they can knock them off their bikes, which is good. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. Seriously.
Fuck them. It's not like they've got much of a brain to get damaged anyway.
Exactly. Not missing out on anything.
But yeah, I think it all comes down to the psychology of people wanting more and more. Even the people who go out and stab people, they want the thrill. They need more adrenaline. People, and they want to steal. They want to go and do a smash and grab in Harrods and steal loads of jewels. And I don't think they actually care about the money that much, but the exhilaration. They've seen it in the movies, and the movies have told them that it's cool, and the idea that the horrible phrase that there is honor amongst thieves. No, there is no honor.
This is probably most likely their friends putting them up to it. You know, they want to fit in with the group, so they assimilate by like doing their initiation.
You got to blame the culture.
Yeah,
you got to blame the culture a little bit, though.
Yeah, of course.
The culture allows for something like that to happen. It means that there's something wrong with it.
Absolutely, the friend group is a product of the culture. So,
and I'm not saying like urban culture or black culture or anything like that. I'm just saying the whole culture of being fucking, what's the word, apathetic to everything. Like, oh, I don't care. I don't care if these kids are killing each other, or at least it's not in my safe white neighborhood. At least, you know, it's just
troublesome, man.
But quickly before we end this, maybe we should talk about ourselves a little bit.
What should we talk about?
If someone's gotten this far, they deserve to know.
Do they care?
No, they probably don't. We'll we'll probably be doing that once a week, maybe, and if people start listening, maybe more.
Yeah, maybe move up to twice, 3 times a week.
Maybe, and this has been fun. It's been very fun.
This has been fun. Talked about a lot of topics.
Me and Morgan are probably going to continue after the recording's finished.
Yeah, possibly. Oh, I'm going to have breakfast. You know, I haven't eaten
breakfast.
Yet. I literally got out of bed.
Breakfast.
I literally got out of bed to do this.
It's almost midday. Come on.
So. What?
All right.
I said I woke up, you called me, and then you're like, do you want to do a podcast? So, yeah, do a podcast.
Okay.
I've not eaten.
I'm lucky to have a girlfriend who bought me some toast whilst we were doing it. So
it's very lucky, man.
Fried egg on toast.
The same, yeah.
But yeah, okay. I guess this is a light-hearted video talking about fried egg on toast. Yeah, I'll just give you the latest headlines. William Hill plans to close about 700 betting shops, putting 4,500 jobs at risk. Wow.
All right, everyone, stay safe. Remember to use theonion.com and yeah, just keep
Burn your iPads. Thanks for telling people where I live.
It's okay, we can cut that out. It's fine, no one will go there anyway.
And then no one wants to. Yeah.